MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.
So it looks like Trump just admitted that he lied during his campaign to all of his followers. He just told Time magazine that he can't actually bring down the price of groceries.
Remember when Trump spent the entirety of the 2024 campaign promising that prices would go down on day one? Well, now that he's actually in office, here's his administration's new stance when it comes to paying less.
Donald Trump just posted an article on social media telling Americans to, quote, shut up about high egg prices.
Jennifer Piggott voted for Trump in the November election. Then in February, she was fired from her civil service job.
Absolutely, I feel a little bit betrayed.
She was among more than 125 people dismissed last month from the Treasury Department's Bureau of Fiscal Service in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Yeah, okay, so this woman voted for Donald Trump 3 times. You just know her Facebook is filled with multitudes of posts throughout the whole entire election cycle stating that immigrants were going to steal the jobs. Lo and behold, an immigrant did take her job, but not the ones that she thought would.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
All I can say, I was a dumbass, voted for Trump only because of my beliefs. I felt at the time that was the better choice. Now I'm looking at it with everything going on. It was the worst decision I ever made.
Well. Looks like the greatest deal maker of all time just pulled off his biggest con yet. And guess who's holding the bag? Yep, the same MAGA faithful who swore up and down that he was their economic savior. During the campaign, they cheered, chanted, and draped themselves in flags big enough to double as circus tents, believing that a man who's been sued for fraud more times than we can count and has bankrupted more businesses than any so-called billionaire in history was going to deliver them the American dream. He promised jobs, prosperity, and a country where they'd never have to hear the phrase, "Happy Holidays," again.
Starting on day one, we will end inflation and make America affordable again. A vote for Trump means your groceries will be cheaper. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down.
But fast forward to today, and those same folks are getting a hard lesson in political buyer's remorse. Prices are skyrocketing, jobs are disappearing, and the same administration they fought tooth and nail to put in office is now telling them to shut up about it.
Trump's America, everyone. When he said that he would reduce the cost of eggs for every American, what he actually meant was that you would spend $0 on eggs because you won't find them in grocery stores anymore.
Can you imagine? You spend years defending a guy, wearing his name on your chest like a badge of honor, only to be told, stop whining and deal with it. It's like buying a car from a known scam artist, having the engine explode on day one, and then being told, you knew what you were signing up for.
On Truth Social just a moment ago, Donald Trump posted this article from the Daily Caller saying, shut up about egg prices. Trump is saving consumers millions. Now, is Donald Trump actually saving anybody millions? No, of course not. But what an insane position to take. Americans are spending more and more at the grocery store for eggs and a variety of other goods, and Donald Trump's position is just shut up. Just stop talking about it? Really? Wasn't Donald Trump the same guy who complained about high egg prices and prices generally throughout his entire campaign, saying that he could lower them on day one, and now that he's actually in power and president, he's telling you to just be quiet about it? Seems like those prices are not coming down anytime soon, and Donald Trump just wants you to forget about that.
And here's the real kicker. Why was anyone surprised? This is a man who bankrupted casinos, the one business where the house is literally designed to win, launched a steak brand that nobody wanted, bottled water that dried up faster than his campaign promises, and even a football league that he personally ran into the ground. And yet, people really thought he was going to single-handedly revive American manufacturing? The same guy who couldn't keep a vodka brand afloat in a country where people drink for sport? And the best part? Some of these die-hard supporters are losing their jobs, fired by the very administration they helped elect. policies they cheered on are now coming back to bite them, and suddenly, reality is slapping harder than a courtroom gavel at one of his fraud trials. Now, as MAGA Nation slowly wakes up from their red hat fever dream, we sit back with a hot cup of coffee and a front row seat, because folks, this show is just getting started, and something tells me the best plot twists are yet to come. Pass the popcorn.
Hey guys, okay, so you know how I told you my brother told me that I was an embarrassment to our entire family because I don't support the yam-tittied orangutan looking rapist that he does? Okay, remember this? Guess what he does for a living? He's a farmer. And if you've been on TikTok for a minute, you know the farmers are pissed right now. So just two things to say to him. First of all, he can suck it easy. And second of all, I genuinely hope that he gets everything he voted for, because I'm a good sister like that.
Good morning. Morning. Oh, hey, Ken, good morning. Listen, did you by any chance happen to get those reports that I emailed you yesterday?
Yeah, I got them. Hey, have you checked your email?
What's that?
Have you checked your email?
No, I haven't checked my email yet. I'm going to do it just as soon as I get in my office. But thanks for the heads up. I'll talk to you at the end of the day, Ken. Take care.
Okay, it is time to get some work done for Uncle Sam. Dear Karen Conservative, upon recent election results, the federal government is no longer in need of your position and therefore will be terminating your position effective immediately. If you agree to leave without disruption, we would like to offer you a generous severance package as acceptance of your immediate deferred resignation. This package will allow you to continue receiving your full salary as well as all federal benefits until September 2025. We wish you the best on your future endeavors. Thank you for your service to our great country. What the Hey, Ken, thank you so much for taking the time to see me. I'm just a little stressed out right now. I mean, I've been working for the Department of Defense for 18 years. I voted for Donald Trump. I mean, what is this? My position is being immediately terminated? Unfortunately, Karen, I don't make these decisions. Your position has been terminated. Now, will you be leaving with or without disruption? With or without disruption? What do you mean? Ken, I voted for this guy. And so did the other hundreds of thousands of federal employees that are being laid off as we speak. Listen, Karen, do yourself a favor and just leave quietly. Leave quietly? Ken, I don't have anywhere else to go. I have done the Department of Defense's finances for nearly 20 years of my life. Well, unfortunately, I can't help that, Karen. By the way, today is your last day. Ken, I voted for this guy. Thanks a lot, Trump.
From the moment Trump entered politics, his brand was built on economic bravado. He claimed to be a self-made billionaire, a titan of business, and the only leader capable of reviving American industries. Yet, history tells a different story. Let's talk facts. Trump inherited hundreds of millions of dollars from his father, squandered much of it on failed investments, and ran multiple businesses into the ground. He has filed for bankruptcy many times, mismanaged a professional football league into collapse, and even launched a steak company that failed to sell steaks. So, why did so many Americans believe he could turn around the U.S. economy? One of the biggest grievances from his supporters today is the rising cost of living. Under Trump's administration, tax cuts for the wealthy and massive deficit spending set the stage for economic instability. Many MAGA supporters who once celebrated his tax policies are now feeling the squeeze as wages stagnate while inflation drives prices higher. The cost of groceries, rent, and healthcare has risen dramatically. Yet, instead of addressing these concerns, Trump and his allies have downplayed the crisis, even going as far as telling their own supporters to stop complaining. This is the same man who promised to fight for the American economy, yet his trade policies are leading to farm bankruptcies, manufacturing job losses, and a ballooning national debt. Now, many MAGA voters are left wondering, who was this economy really designed to benefit? Another major blow to MAGA loyalists has been the wave of job losses hitting their communities. Many of Trump's economic policies favor big business and Wall Street, while working-class Americans see their jobs outsourced, automated, or simply disappear. For instance, his poorly planned tariffs are leading to mass layoffs in manufacturing, and despite his promises, coal jobs never came back. Today, some of his most devoted supporters find themselves unemployed, let go by the very administration they fought to elect. And yet, instead of addressing these concerns, Trump and his allies mock their struggles, telling them to deal with it. What do you think? Are MAGA supporters finally waking up, or will they double